Alright, to start out, we need to take both the 14mm wrenches and put them onto the cam gears. You want to make sure that when you put them in and lock the vice grips that the cam gears are already in time. Here's a diagram photo of how everything should be placed. Notice the dowel pin placement on each cam gear. Alright, to continue from here, we need to remove the tensioner. Make sure and watch the spring that's on the back. You don't want to lose that. Now that we've got everything locked into place, we're ready to put the belt on. While doing this, you want to make sure that everything stays in time. Sometimes just a little bit of movement can knock something just slightly out of place. When putting the belt on, you want to fit the belt into one cam gear first, making sure that there's all the teeth are in, and then go to the next one, pulling any slack out of it. If you have this experience, your timing is off just by a hair. To fix the extra slack in the belt, you can come in and look and see just how off you are for timing. So what you want to do is just make that adjustment in those wrenches and then relock the vice grips. Here's a close-up of the timing incorrectly and then a close-up of it correctly. You can see it's just the slightest difference. Alright, so we've got the belt on top of both cam gears and we're ready to continue on. You want to move the belt down towards the idler pulley, holding all the slack at the bottom of the belt. From here, we want to take it from what is 12 o'clock. I'll show you guys 12 o'clock now. And there's these two notches, one on the pulley and then one on the actual block. And you can see it there. That's considered to be 12 o'clock, and that's technically the way that the belt should be going on. And that's if the tensioner is on, though. But we're actually moving it to 11 o'clock. So move it to 11 o'clock and then check everywhere to make sure that the belt hasn't slipped out of place at all before you actually go and push it onto the crankshaft. So we've checked our work and we're ready to slide the belt onto the crankshaft. Again, if it's not exactly at 11 o'clock, the teeth won't line up and you won't be able to find your groove. So this is perfectly lined up and I can just push it on. Alright, now that we have the belt in place, we're going to grab the tensioner, and if the spring isn't already on, I suggest hooking it back onto the tensioner now. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to use the tensioner to push the belt over. When we do that, it's going to slowly move the crankshaft from the 11 o'clock position to the 12 o'clock position without affecting the cams at the top because we've locked them with the vice grips. Now that we have the tensioner on, the last thing to do is put this little spring on. You just need a set of needle nose pliers and healthy wrist action. Once that's done, it's best to go and rotate the engine around and making sure that nothing's hitting anywhere, and then checking your marks once you've done a few rotations, and you should be good to go.